Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Champions League of Fantasy Football. So I thought I'd create a quick video because the deadline is so close. I know a lot of people want to see my final team, and this is pretty much it. I have changed my team around and this is my final team. Unless there are some changes on the team sheets, because we can pretty much see who's going to be starting, and if there are some shockers, then there might be one or two changes. If you want to see any updates, just follow me on Twitter. It will be in the link down below. So basically what I did was I created a Champions League video recently and asked you guys if you guys got any good ideas on players that could do well. Players that are taking penalties, cheap value for money options, and there were so many comments, and thank you so much. So I just want to shout out to Robert Moore and Will Forest 123 because the players that you have mentioned, it has literally changed my team around, gave me a few new options to play around with my team. So thank you so much. And plus there were many more that actually changed my perspective on some of the players. So here we go. I'm going to talk about my strategy quickly and then the team itself. So the main guy in my team is Cristiano Ronaldo. He loves the Champions League. Yes, he had a slow start in that Juventus side, but he scored his two lovely goals. I think it was the recent game. But 12 million is very expensive. I just looked at that Juventus side, is very strong. It's just that I didn't know who to bring, and he was the only one that I just thought, you know what, he's going to do well. Yes, if he doesn't do well in the long run, I can always downgrade him to any player that I want. So do not worry. Plus, I do have a team right here that is decent enough to do well on its own. Okay, so that is the strategy there with Ronaldo. The other strategies are try to get players from the big teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. Teams that are pretty much guaranteed to go to the next stage. So that's what I try to do, try to at least double up on these players. Because I don't know so many players around, it just helps me kind of add these players that could do really well. Downgraded Messi to Suarez. Now please let me know in the comments below if he's taking the penalties. Because if he is, then he's going to be a great shout. 10.5, cheaper than Messi, which is giving me money elsewhere. Vincent, a decent player, 6.5 from Porto. This fixtures here are, we don't know what's going to happen, right? Because these fixtures, we can't really predict who's going to win. But I'm just hoping that this guy is the one that is going to change a lot of that. So hopefully Porto will be the one winning this group. But we'll see. A cheap option of 6.5. Now, I really wanted Lewandowski, but I think if I have three good strikers up front, it's going to kind of hurt my midfields. And midfield's quite difficult to get around to, I don't know, 6 million to like 8 million. It's very difficult to get a very decent midfielder. You kind of have to spend a lot of money to get decent midfielders. So Milner is just one of the only Liverpool player. I would love to have Mane, I would love to have Salah, but you can't look, he's 5.5, very cheap player, probably going to guarantee to start on a Liverpool team and taking corners, and he's got a high chance to continue to take the penalties, which is great news. Asensio, yeah, so I doubled up on Real Madrid players. So basically I bought Asensio, which is 8 million, and Ramos, that is on my bench for now, because what happens is once game week 1, right, there's got the Tuesday games and Wednesday games, right? We'll see what happens on the Tuesday games. If there's any player that doesn't do well, I'll just, you know, add my players from the subs to my team. So don't worry about it. It's like a little rule. It's like just like the World Cup where you can swap your substitutes around. But yeah, and yeah, the guys that I want to shout is Robert Moore and Will Forest, who gave me a lot of good options and players actually taking penalties. But this guy here, very cheap, 4.5, Mantalos. I hope I pronounced that right, but taking penalties, which is great option to have. Cheap option that does that, perfect. Coutinho is here as well, obviously, and 8.5, great. Probably one of the the best 8.5 or 8 million players. Next up, we've got Kimmich. Very expensive defender, but he's got the potential to do really well. Plus, in that Bayern Munich side, I kind of need a player from them. I don't know. You guys let me know if I just get rid of any kind of Bayern Munich player for now and just add someone else. But we'll see what happens. And what's this guy named? Manuel. Just a Dortmund player. Cheap a Dortmund player that plays 4.5. Perfect. Dortmund could do really well in this group. Ruben Diaz, I'm not really expecting too much, but a cheap plain player that is 4 million. Yes, he's got difficult fixtures. That's fine. We just got to hope if he does get something, then it's perfect. If not, I've got Walker and Ramos to take over. As for the goalkeepers, I've got Aurelio here, and the manager even said that he wants him to be the number 1 instead of Buffon, and plus Buffon's serving a suspension. So yeah, 4.5. I'm not saying that he's gonna get a clean sheet, but we don't know what's gonna happen, right? If he does, then it's perfect. Yeah, and I went with a cheap Olsen here. Yes, I know. Oh, look, I did this in the World Cup. Tried to get like a really cheap goalkeepers, and he actually worked out really well. As long as they can give me 2, it's perfect. If they give me more, then it's a bonus. It's just giving me a lot of money to use elsewhere. Because think about this, right? If you got 5.5 million on your bench and your 4.5 gets this clean sheet, you are not gonna swap your 5.5 goalkeeper and your substitutes to a player that has already got a lot of points from. So that's kind of the strategy that I'm going with. And yeah, 2 Manchester City players, Sterling and Walker. Now Sterling's, maybe there might be some rotations, but I think it should be fine to go. But yeah, that is my team. I thought I'll make this video quickly, show you guys my final team. If there are any good suggestions out there, I might change 1 or 2 players, but that is it. This is pretty much what I'm going to be set with. But yeah, thank you so much for joining in, guys. It's so fun. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to just do terrible, but I'm going to try my best to do well. For those people who wants to follow, look, you can follow, but it's not 100% that I'm going to do well, right? Okay, there's a lot of managers out there that plays this game, plays the Champions League fantasy football more than me, and knows their ins and outs. So, but I'm going to try. Let's have fun with it. Join my league. The code will be in the description. There's always other supports that you can do. You can follow me on Twitter. You can donate if you want. It's up to you. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a good week. And yeah, good luck. I'll probably post another video for the Champions League nearer to the deadline. Okay, so thank you so much for joining in, and thank you, guys. Oh yeah, I think that's about it. Whew. Oh my god, I'm actually exhausted. I cannot wait now. Okay, thank you, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.